Hey friends, my name is Tammy Anderson Ward, and I'm the conference producer for the Winter Homeschool Conference. And I'm so thrilled that you've chosen to click on this link just to learn a little bit more about homeschooling and, of course, why people homeschool, right? Like, why do people actually do that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on a quick little button here and do a share screen with you, so that you can see my screen. There we go. There we go now. All right. And just a little bit of technical, let me set this up really quick here, and then we're good to go. So this is a presentation I made back in 2013 about why our family homeschools. Now, some of these pictures are going to be outdated, which is kind of fun, actually. So I have 8 kids. We started homeschooling about 11 years ago, and the reasons change pretty often, actually. This list I made, 5 years ago, but I'm going to tell you right now that a lot of these reasons that are on here, they're not the same reasons. I don't homeschool all of my kids. Some of my kids have actually chosen to do dual enrollment. Some of them go most of the time. Some of them do online studies, and some of them just stay home and they homeschool themselves. Here's the thing. You got to do what is best for your kid. That's the whole point of this entire presentation. It's not to say you do it for this reason or I do it for this reason. We all, as parents, we want to do what's best for our kids, right? These pictures are so hilarious to me. These boys here, they're actually 8 years old and 10 years old now, right? And the reason why this is so special to me is because in a flash, just like that, time goes by. So we only have our kids for so long. And these memories from these pictures, no one can take those memories away. And the relationships that we were able to form, they're very special to me. And I'm really grateful for that. Now, this girl right here who's almost 19, or almost 20, excuse me. She literally is married and has her own baby. She's a cosmetologist. Thank you very much, Kylie. And next one down, she is a business owner. She's a traveling photographer, recently been out of the country, traveling and shooting weddings on beaches in other states, and I'm really proud of her. Next one down, we have an artist. This is so fun to watch how much they've grown and how much they've changed. And what's really fun for me is that we have all of these things to look back on and go, you know what? We did that. Now, it's important to me to teach my family our values. That's important to me. But I also like the idea of teaching them not what to think, but how to think. And so we are Christians, but, our events that we do, they're not just for Christians. They're for anyone and everyone. And like I said earlier, I want to teach I want to teach them how to think, not what to think. And this meme in this little slide right here is so funny, but it's like, oh my gosh, this to me represents homeschooling in a nutshell. If you had to do it in one picture, that would be it right there. Also, a lot of people think that if you homeschool, you are just like you're confined. Oh, you just stay home all day. No, we don't stay home all day. We go places. The world is your oyster, right? It's like you can be, do, or have anything in the world. It's true. It's very true. So this is just a fun little quote by Albert Einstein. It says, the one thing that interfered with my education or with my learning is my education. I always get that one wrong. But here's the thing. What he's talking about is he wanted to learn about certain things, but he couldn't because he was being forced to learn something else, right? With homeschooling, you get to learn about what your kids are interested in. This picture here, I put this up because there literally is homeschooling activities everywhere. I live in a super rural part of the state. There's only 400 people in my super small little town, but there is literally something for everyone just about everywhere you go. And if there's not homeschooling activities right where you are, create them. I created a co-op last year where this co-op was like totally on fire. We literally gathered together about 25 different families in our area that were also home educating. We each took our strengths and we literally put it on the table for everyone else. And we served each other quite well. Which brings me to my next point. A lot of people think that homeschoolers are not socialized, but in all reality, there is just so much to do. As a homeschooler, there are so many things that you can take advantage of that helps with socializing. You are not just sitting home looking at the wall. That's not what you're doing. So these are just some of the things that my kids have done as youth age children or youth, like teenagers, right? There's so many opportunities out there. In fact, we have found ourselves having to choose and pick it and what to say no to and what to say yes to, because there literally are. There's so many different options out there. So if you begin homeschooling, let me help you get connected with the people that are in your area. You come to our winter homeschool conference or our retreats or something, and let us really help you to get integrated and meet a bunch of new friends. It's a lot of fun. This is just one of the pictures of a retreat that I did back in 2013. We've done mother-daughter retreats every year since. We just keep going. What's really fun about this picture is, one of these girls is going to college. One of them is on a mission right now. One of them, I just saw her at the apple orchard last week picking apples. My daughter, I have one that's married and has a baby. The other one is a thriving business owner. And then the other one is still 16, but very much enthralled in her passions and doing what makes her really happy. This is just a quick list of some of the options and activities that we do as a company to serve the home education community. In fact, this next year in 2019, we are going to be traveling to do the Winter Homeschool Conference in Mesa as well. So we'll be available in Layton, Utah and Mesa, Arizona. Now, this is just a quick slide to show you some of the mother-son retreats that we've done. This is one of the venues. It's like, 10,000 square feet in this particular venue. It's all about relationship building, learning. We had some science experiments come. We had a special speaker come with swords and do a really fun sword presentation for us. Believe me, all of these boys loved that. That was such a riot. Thank you for everyone who's really helped support us and just helped us to continue to grow and to learn. A lot of these girls here, they actually went in on bringing one of their friends across the country to be able to be at this mother-daughter retreat. We had 67 girls here, and what a blessing that was. Great friends, great time. All right, the Winter Homeschool Conference is an event that I actually started doing in 2014. January 2014 was our very first one. We've been doing them ever since. We are the largest homeschool conference in the state of Utah. You do not want to miss this. You want to get your tickets early because we are going to sell out completely this year. Space is super limited. Right now we have a flash sale that's going, so check our website for that. I'm guessing we'll probably be full by the end, by Thanksgiving is what I'm guessing. So make sure you get your tickets soon. For sure. All right. This is just a quick little slide to show you some of the fun field trips that we've done. It's different when you're talking about something, but when you can implement a field trip as part of your learning. Like here, for example, we were learning about different types of planets and rocks, and oh my gosh, I cannot believe how cute my little boys are in this picture. I'm like freaking out. It's so fun. This was a long time ago. Oh my gosh, look at that picture of me. My family, we just love rocks. Like seriously, I don't even know if you can see behind me, but here's some of my rock collection back here. I've got an amethyst, rose quartz, and oh my gosh, black tourmaline with mica. Like I love rocks. So I wear rocks. I have rocks everywhere. Like all of my kids have their own rock collections. We love rocks at our house. And even back then, we used to go on field trips to learn more about rocks and how they impact us and everything. It's really fun. But one of the things that I love about that is that you can take your learning to the next level by having hands-on, and you adapt it to what your needs are as a family and your family culture. It's just a lot of fun. This just talks about how homeschooling is on the rise. You're welcome to pause that and go back and look at it if you'd like. Fun little cartoon saying, hey, hello, evidence that homeschooling is bad. Like, come on. There's a lot of evidence that homeschooling is good. In fact, there's a lot of universities that are actually out there seeking homeschoolers because they're very independent, self-motivated, and they know what they want, and they get in there and they get things done, right? So in fact, we've even had employers that have come and sponsored our conference because they wanted to attract a certain type of employee, those that weren't stuck on their phone. Like, I'm not kidding you, you guys. When I asked the sponsor, why are you coming and sponsoring us? That's what they told us. And they've been very grateful. They've been very pleased with the work that they've been able to receive from those employees that they hired as a result from being a sponsor. So pretty cool stuff. All right, so this is just some of the reasons why people might consider homeschooling. You know, it's not just for one type of religion. It really is for anyone from any faith or any religious background or affiliation. It doesn't matter what your ethnicity is. You can homeschool. If it really does not matter in the state of Utah. This is definitely one of those states that have a lot more freedom as far as home education is concerned, which I'm really grateful for. This is just a mother-daughter retreat that we did. It's the very first one that we ever did. Crazy to see that picture of me. This just talks about how we read a lot of classics in our home. You know, you've got libraries that are, you know, at your fingertips. There's a lot of resources like Audible and, oh gosh, what's that one that has all those free, Amble Online, I think is what it is. Ambleside? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Sorry, guys. But tjed.org has a great list of classics as well, and reasons why you'd want to implement reading classics in your home and in your family culture. One of the reasons why I've loved it is because we've literally been able to learn a lot of character building lessons as a part of those. For example, we read Little Britches, which is a story about hard work ethic, and also how to overcome adversity. It made me cry. I actually stopped reading it. My kids stole it from me and read it when I wasn't looking. This is when they were like 10, 11, you know, my 19-year-old now. So funny. Let's see, what else? I've also learned lessons like how to not judge people who are different from you. I've learned lessons like self-acceptance as well. I mean, there's just so many different things that you can learn as a result of reading those classics. Fun and adventure too. We've done things like entrepreneurs with the community, entrepreneur fairs with the community. I've had the privilege of organizing literally hundreds of different field trips over the years. We've been homeschooling for over 11 years in our family. And oh gosh, this just gives you a ton of different resources, both websites and support groups. You can also find those on uhea.org. That's a statewide support group for homeschoolers. HSLDA, which stands for Homeschool Legal Defense Association, also has all of the legalities and different types of questions that you'd possibly want to know about. In fact, the attorney who represents the Homeschool Legal Defense Association is traveling all the way from the East Coast and is going to be one of our general session keynote speakers for the Winter Homeschool Conference on January 26th in Layton, Utah. All right, I think I just put these pictures in here because I think that lots of people just kind of have the stereotype picture in their mind of what a homeschooler looks like. And I just wanted to say, you know, it doesn't determine if you're super shy or if you're super outgoing, if you're homeschooled or not. I know kids that are homeschooled that are super extroverted and some that are stay home. I also know public schoolers that are super extroverted and some that are a little bit more introverted. So I'm telling you right now, that doesn't sway, you know, your kid's personality. It doesn't. Most of the time, honestly, they're going to follow the parents. I'm serious. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is a crazy picture of me. This was taken like, I don't know, probably almost 7 years ago. So lots changed in that much time. I'm really grateful for the freedom to be able to homeschool my children or not. For those of my kids that are not being homeschooled, I'm really grateful that they have that freedom too. So the cool thing is you can do what's best for your family, right? I've had this quote in my house for years. It says, enjoy the little things in life, for one day you'll look back and realize that they were the big things. I know I'll tell you for one thing, as I kind of consider myself a veteran homeschool mom now, which sounds so weird. But that's true. I'm looking at these pictures and I am feeling so much gratitude so grateful for the memories and the blessings that have come from being able to home educate my kids. Literally one of my all-time best decisions of my life. Literally. This is just kind of a fun little survey talking about how the majority of homeschoolers, if you look at this percentage, it's very different. It's a very different variable compared to those who are not homeschooled, just across the board. So very happy with life. Life is exciting, very satisfied with work, goes to church once a week, participates in community service, member of community organization. Like, look at some of these numbers over here. This one's kind of funny. Politics and government are too difficult to understand. Homeschoolers say 4.2%. I just thought that was kind of funny. Versus 35%. Oh, here's another fun memory. These are some of the field trips that we've been on, some of these pictures that you guys are seeing here. And this one, we went to Thanksgiving Point Gardens down in Utah County. And that was actually the day I found out that I was pregnant with my next baby. I was exhausted. And I went home and took a pregnancy test and found out. It was pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. All right, here's some more fun facts. Just by the numbers here. The chart over here on the left side talks about homeschooling by the numbers. The one over here on the right talks about American public school by the numbers. So you can go ahead and pause this if you like and read that and get more details. I won't spend too much time on it because I'm just kind of going through, but you're welcome to pause this and get whatever you need to get from it. When they get to college, homeschoolers, students keep on succeeding. And if you look at right here, the GPA comparison, it's kind of nice. It's not a huge difference, but it's a noticeable difference. I think it is one of the reasons why homeschoolers literally are getting sought out by universities because of that self-motivation and independence. This is just a fun picture. My last little girl isn't even in this one, but I homeschool because I love my kids and I want to be able to give them the best education. And I am so grateful for the freedom to be able to do that. And I just want to say thank you for joining us today. I'm going to show you quickly what is available at the Winter Homeschool Conference. For those of you who have never been before and you don't really know what it's all about, I would like to just kind of click on this website and show you some of the things that are available here. So this is our website, winterhomeschoolconference.com. What is this event? It's a one-of-a-kind live conference. It's designed to help support and rejuvenate homeschooling parents and their youth. That's what it's for. And we also have started in bringing kids on board too. So we have some different classes for kids, different things that are out there. I don't think that I'll play this whole video, but you're welcome to go on here. It's got a highlight reel of some of the things that were happening at our conference last year. We're doing this conference at the same location. I'm telling you right now, based off of how we filled up last year, we are going to sell out. So we invite you to get signed up early so that those of you that who really want to come, you have a place. You have a seat for you. Yeah. So anyway, I'll turn this off, but you're welcome to go check it out. We also have a Facebook page, winterhomeschoolconference.com. Check out our flash sale that is going till the end of Thanksgiving. Probably after Thanksgiving, we'll be full. We'll be sold out. We do have volunteer spots, so if you want to do volunteering to exchange for tickets, you can do that as well. Here's just some fun pictures of last year's conference. Let me show you who we have for some of our speakers this year. Right here, this is Adam Hellstone. He is literally one of the top dogs at Williamsburg Academy. The guy is fun. He's engaging in his classes, and you want to be there for sure when he's speaking. This guy right here, Bob Domain, he is coming from the National Association of Child Development, and they were actually at our conference last year. They were very popular. People had a lot of good things to say about everything that was going on in their class. So thank you, Bob, for supporting this conference and coming. Peter, I have no idea how to say your last name, but I'm so glad that you are coming to our conference. And you're going to be teaching. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different classes that he's going to be representing, and I'm just thrilled for that. We also have some really fantastic youth keynote speakers. Everybody loved Greg. In fact, his class was so packed, you couldn't even get in there hardly. You really couldn't get in there. It was great. Nicolene Peck is also a very highly sought after speaker, and we have so many more. Right now, we just have a few on there, but we will be getting more on there over the next few days, and we want you to come. So we hope that this little presentation that I did for you just now has been worth your time. It's been able to support you, give you ideas. There's different Facebook groups, support groups on just on different social media outlets, but on Facebook, for sure, you're going to find different Facebook groups that will support people who want to learn how to do homeschooling just with Pinterest, or just with field trips, or just with whatever. There's lots of different little niches. Find what works for you and for your family. You know what your style of learning your child is, and you'll be able to just take it from there. We hope to see you at the Winter Homeschool Conference, January 26th in Layton, Utah, or February 23rd in Mesa, Arizona. Thank you. Bye.